These are the best midfielders in FC 24. Let's discuss. Beautiful people, what's happening? You see the sunglasses? That means the hashtag organics. We got multiple rings on. We're giving you vibes and good energy. If you're new to these parts, it's free to subscribe. We have broken, rank 1, foot champs, debatable, and the pine. I'm not going to hold you. This is not based on their price points, just their ability. We're going French to get things started. I normally would have her rank 1. She's got to be sitting for an upgrade, at least next on the list. We've got mega improvements with Team of the Year, and I'm trying to alleviate and make sure that we're leaving placements open for the likes of the champ. The women's top player at the moment, Bonmati. Hold the trophy loud and proud. What a player. I still like Alaba. I'm feeling a little bit harsh today. Is what it is. Pateas to the top. Oh, what a collaboration. If you go with the Barcelona women, good things are going to happen. Going to score a lot of goals. Alisson into the middies. You're getting the best of both worlds. You've got yourself a center mid and now a Team of the Year goalkeeper option. Things are looking strong for Mr. Alisson. Alisson into foot champs. Dele Alli. I'm an Everton individual. I'm going to put him into the debate, but he's not trending in the right direction. OR, normally I would have him foot champs, but we're getting additional upgrades. I always put Baggio here, and you get mad at me, and I understand. I love the man. The expression, the authenticity, the skills, pay every single bill. The man should never be charged. He gives you a lot to ask for. Ballack, it hasn't been his year. You would think he'd be at least foot champs, if not even rank 1, but that just hasn't been the case. Barella, the Italian, I respect him. I'm waiting for his next upgrade. He's there. Beckham. Technically, you could consider him for an out wide position. I wouldn't do it. Not fast enough. Even as a center mid, really not standing out. And I remember people getting hyped on an early SBC with Beckham, and it was not cheap, and I was confused. Jude Bellingham, 90s across the board, undeniable talent. Also, there's a video on a new channel that we've put together with football storytelling, the football records. Would highly appreciate a subscription to that channel. It will be linked in the comments and also in the description. Check it out. Benacer, at this point, I don't think so. Even Bergkamp, and I want him to be better. I'll give him debatable just off the GP that I like him that much. Bobby Charlton, I've been struggling with positioning. Does he play best as a midfielder of some sort, as a center attacking mid? Would you call him a center forward or a striker? I'm going to throw him into rank 1, but I think that's the conversation that needs to be had. Bruno Fernandes, brand spanking new. I like him in rank 1. Somewhat of a hefty price tag, 750, 800,000 coins, but the fodder has been as free as it could ever be. Francis. Has he gotten to the pine? Maybe. We're getting options. It's deep. I have not seen this lovely individual in action. I have not used her either, full disclaimer, so I'm just tossing her into the pine. In almost all scenarios, I have plenty of experience using and going up against the players. I am grinding the game. If you want tutorials, tips, second channel, the playbook. We're doing things this year. We're working channels on channels on channels. I love this image from the likes of Rui Costa. I don't know if he can move into foot champs, but the dynamic image, undeniable. Good choice on that one. KDB. I am conflicted. I still, he has to be broken. He's not better than Bonmati. He's not better than Pateas, and he's not better than Jude Bellingham. As long as that makes the video, I'm good with it, but he's still broken. Frankie, I would still weekend league approve. I'm getting harsh in this video. These are the best of the best, the creme de la creme. DePaul has always had a soft spot for yours truly, and that's not changing in this video here. Debinha will give you some nice little action, footwork on point, that Brazilian flair. Desai is an interesting player. I would consider him almost more naturally a center back, but he's so reliable as just a brick house, body type wise, and the strength, it's undeniable. I don't like going up against him. He's not scoring goals, not really a great facilitator. I don't think he can get into foot champs. This is the scenario. As a center back, he would be either foot champs or rank 1. As a center defensive midfielder, he's in the debate. Offensively, he is piss poor. Usually we're talking about classic holding mids that don't score goals, but they can still pass, they can facilitate, they can still dribble. That's not Desai. This guy's a stone wall killer. I'm not mad at Christian Eriksen, but he's not making rotationals. Essien, brand spanking new with that major upgrade, 86 to 90. We needed that. He might even have a case for talking about being in that broken conversation. We can speak some broken English together. Also a good example of someone who, again, not going to score a bunch of goals, but so much better offensively comparatively to the likes of a Desai, which is the difference. Fabinho, you could do better. I don't care that he's purple. I do enjoy watching some FC Pro. I hope to be at some events. Some of you have asked me about those events. We'll see what shimmies and what shakes. Fekir, I still like him. The game is catching up to Fekir, but I would still put him into a weekend and be proud about it. Firmino, similar story. I got good track record, good history books. There's a certain level of confidence and appreciation, mutual admiration. Gattuso, I'm sorry. I don't like it, you don't like it, we don't like it. We need bigger improvements with Gattuso. Even Gavi, he hasn't really moved the game for me. If you wanted him in the debate, I'm not upset with that. I'm just looking at our selection. Even Stevie G. Does he really get into these teams? I don't think so. He needs an upgrade. If anything, I'm holding on to Desai just because his defensive ability is so upper tier. I might just be gravitating off my experience with him as a center back. That's got him into the debate. Grace is cool, but still being surpassed. We'll give her a debatable selection. Goretzka, I don't personally have an alliance. I'll still give him the weekend league. I made a video. This might be a slight spoiler with overrated players. Goretzka may or may not have made it into that video. Just something with my gameplay does not resonate with Goretzka, but I see the stats. I understand the physicality and the box-to-box or the holding mid, and I'm just not moved. Gravenberch, who I've had so much love and appreciation for. I have an upgraded Evo, which is in the same realm, but it's difficult to put him above a certain status, as we've seen so many improvements. Grimaldo, that man's official. I'm itching. I'm teasing even being rank 1. I've had such a good rapport with Grimaldo this year. As a fullback, a winger, a center mid, a holding mid. I like the experience. He's been on the come up. He's been fantastic at Bayern Leverkusen. Shout out to Grimaldo. He deserves it. He's earned it. Give that man some real life exposure. Ruud Gullit, still clear as night is day, and I hate going up against him. If anything, as the game has gotten a little more back and forth, there's so many different offensive options. I'm at a point where I avoid Ruud Gullit anywhere in the midfield if possible. He has that Virgil van Dijk body type build, and just the way that he lunges and stays in plays and recovers. It's frustrating. Haji, I might downgrade him. I like him as foot champs, but as the game is moving, I don't know that he's moving at a fast enough rate with inflation to keep up with the rest of the competition. Kaká, yes sir. I'm a fanboy. I'm a supporter. He's been impactful. I've played with him on the pitch. I keep that on repeat because I cannot believe that happened. In fact, in my living room, I have an autographed jersey from Kaká from that experience. Shout out to PlayStation, Champions League. That was so damn cool. Conte, still at least to the foot champs, has to be. And if Makaleli is coming, I'm giving you an early teaser or sprinkle. He'll be joining Conte. Keane, I don't care what they do. I don't believe in Keane. Not when it comes to the virtual pitch. I am enjoying Keane as a pundit. My apologies if we missed out on anything in the Pine. There is a Pine section and it is growing. Kessie's still tempting for me in foot champs. He breaks up plays so well. If you like Conte, you're like Kessie. I don't see him in that many rotations, but I used him this past weekend league off the bench. He did the job. He did what he was supposed to do. He came to play. Kessler should be at least foot champs. You could maybe make a case for her in rank 1. Underrated. That's what I'll say. Miroslav, happy to have him in the midfield. Definitely made for a better item. Used him quite a bit as well. You know, shout out to not only Miroslav Klose, but also the likes of Trezeguet might be upcoming. I haven't seen the full list. I'm drawing as you guys are witnessing. We go over the details, and then I get into that sparkle, a little bit of that free flow of fluidity when we get into the tiers. I like authenticity. We don't write out a bunch of notes. I let you know how I feel from my experience using, going up against, and doing some stat room stuffing. I'm talking Thanksgiving vibes. Feed the fam and then some. Get yourself a to-go plate. Kone's not making it in. Sorry. We've moved him into a Pine position, not where you necessarily want to be. Koundé has kind of been disappointing this year. He still should be in foot champs, but you're not seeing him as a center back because undersized center backs are kind of out of favor for good reason. And even as a holding mid, he's still built to not be elite. He doesn't stand out. He doesn't have the extracurriculars for that position. So again, you've got yourself more of a center back, and he just doesn't have the same turn and burn or responsive advantages that he usually would have. Tony Cruz? You got Tony Cruz in this? An informed Tony Cruz? Yeah, to the pine. Sorry, I love Tony Cruz. I really do. Is that Limer? Them glasses kicking in, boys. Them organics kicking in, boys. Can I get a hashtag? I'm putting them in the pine. Frank Lampard to the pine. You never see him, and it's not a surprise why. Lipman getting litty. I have him. I packed him. Again, I like these dynamic images. I might provide a bit of a Marvel hero bonus. I don't know that it's right, but I've got him in the debate. Kim Little might surprise you. I might be reaching to put her into the debate just based on the competition. Some of you might have her in the pine, others into foot champs. Locatelli, a lot of overall numbers. He's putting up some stats, but the debate is where he's heading. We move. Loftus-Cheek has played so many games for the club. I think he deserves better than where I'm putting him. I'm going to move him into foot champs, but this is why. And he doesn't score a lot of goals. He's not offensively doing a bunch of big services, but I played with him a complete weekend league last weekend during Team of the Year and did the business. This complete untradeable team was snatching souls over the weekend. If you watched it live, twitch.tv/Mike LaBelle, and I was looking into streaming on multiple platforms, would you be interested in a live stream on YouTube? Just a comment saying, yes, stream on YouTube. I can look into it. I actually had a call earlier today, and it did come up in that discussion if you want more live gameplay. But to my point, Loftus-Cheek, who was free RS, got upgraded, 78 games played, 2 goals, 6 assists. He's playing as a holding mid for us, but still, 78 games. He's still getting minutes, still putting in PT. He's playing his role well. Luis Alberto, you are not using. I think this video includes over 100 players. I just see bodies coming in. Hot fire. Madison. The game caught up to him. I really enjoyed that SBC to start the year with Madison. James, thank you. But now, not likely. Makalele. It's got to go wherever I put Conte. Foot champs. Certified. Marquisio. I don't even know if he gets foot champs now. I can't believe that I'm saying that. Something's been missing. Something's off. Something's not the same. If you're reading this, it's too late. I'm just throwing out Drake albums. Mixtapes. Mascherano, Matic, I have him, but no. Lothar, now we're talking. Join that elite group. Good luck. Madhouse is controlling all midfields. Messi, brand spanking new, and now has 5-star skills beyond a threat. And he has those Messi-esque moves. They're just different. You know it's coming. The shimmy, the shake, the feint. The ball roll, the R1 dribble, and you're not stopping it. Forget about it. Milinkovic Savic. No informs are getting love in this video. Modric. Yes. I'm so proud to put him into rank 1. I've had such good experiences with Modric. Musiala for me has to join the rank 1 group. I don't know if that'll be the same for all of you, but his R1 dribbling is just so broken, and I'm good with it. I'm scoring a lot of goals. He makes a difference. He controls the midfield. He's fast enough to have the versatility that I'm looking for. You can play him out wide. You can play him centrally. I like Musiala. Nakata. Did the game catch up to him? Is it too late? I like Nakata. There's too many options. Odegaard, same situation. Getting a lot of players coming in strong. Oberdorf for the double play style plus. I'm going to put her into rank 1. And I will say this, you might be able to get a bit of a steal or a deal when it comes to Oberdorf. There's not a lot of hype. She doesn't have the pretty stats if you're looking at the front cover of the item. And I wouldn't be surprised to see her drop under 500K. I don't know what she's priced at the moment. I think I saw her at 650, 660. And if you're a value investor, Oberdorf could be for you. Patricia, I'm going to give her foot champs. Also part of that Barcelona-esque grouping. It's just unbelievable on the women's side. I don't know what to do with Pedri. He's kind of like Gavi. I'm struggling with them. And I've got them next to each other. Barcelona women greater than Barcelona men. Pedro. Nope. Even Petit. I don't know that he really pushes in. I'll give him the debate, but it's the same situation. You're just not trending in that upward trajectory. Pirlo. I'm happy that he's been doing the business way better this year. Unexpected. Did not predict it. Took me a second to adapt, but he's got that long hair flow. Rabiot, at least into the debate. The 80s across the board. I've had good experiences. I don't want to discredit Rabiot. Ramirez. He's the better, more annoying version of the Conte-esque, Kessies, Makaleles, that grouping. And he's way faster, and it's noticeable. Good luck. Declan Rice, just off the GP of what he did for the club. I'll put him into debate, but really he's at the Pine. That's the disclaimer. On paper, I'm happy with it. I'm okay with it. Rijkaard, again, I like him, but there's just too many options, too many improvements and upgrades. Just look at our player pool. Raquel May, I'm sorry, my brother. We appreciate you in these parts. The competition is hefty. Rodri to the top. Also could be an opportunity here with Rodri. I could see his price tag getting to a point where you're getting a solid return of investment and you're not having to pay the arm, the leg, the toes, the fingers. You're losing everything. But he doesn't have the same hype as a Jude Bellingham. He doesn't even have the same hype as a Kevin De Bruyne. So I just think that this could be one of those selections if you're itching for a Team of the Year player. Rudiger, he's been good for us. I'd struggle to have him anywhere but at least rank 1. He's better than Foot Champs. Tomas Rosicky, that's going to be a no-go. We've got 3 rows into the Pine. I'm just throwing that out there. Ian Rush, you can join Rosicky. I don't know that he's going to be an FC with the route that we're going on. I never see him used. Whether it's an OG item, an upgrade, something that's transitioned. I don't know what to do with Ian Rush. Even in his first year in the campaign, when we're talking icons, it didn't work out. Sawa! Wow, big upgrade here. I like her. I think she's got to join that broken grouping. I don't think we'd be doing a service. It'd be an injustice. And she's 1.2, 1.3 million on the SBC. I know you have the fodder. It's not a bad return. I would give her a high-end ROI. Alexis Sanchez, probably more so a cam or a midfielder. It's got enough defense to do some things. I don't know if he slides in. I personally miss Alexis Sanchez, but I might be forcing the debate. Either way, that's where he's starting out. Paul Scholes is difficult to use. I don't think many of you will try to include him proper. Even the likes of Schweinsteiger, when we start digging deeper here, or Seedorf, and these are guys that I've always had in rotations. They have been constants throughout the years. Look at this group. Sergio Ramos, 80s across the board. You could play him as a center back if you wanted to. I don't know if I'm as moved as the community is. I know a lot of people love him. I'm not sure that I'm giving him that surefire rank 1. We could come back to it. If you're new to these types of videos, we do a review at the end of the video, so don't you go anywhere. Bernardo Silva, and I'm giving him a bit of an upgrade. A lot of the times this year, I've had him in debatable conversations. Maybe I'm not doing what needs to be done with Bernardo Silva, but when I go up against him, my opponents are doing some things. His dribbling, precision, passing, cutting side to side, it's coming together. Sinclair to the Pine. We're going to have 4 rows of the Pine at this rate. Socrates, I like him. I don't know if you're going to love him. The Doctor, the Philosopher, we're going to throw him into the debate. Wesley Sneijder with the Marvel improvement. Definitely better than Foot Champs. I've got him in rank 1. I don't know that he's quite joining this broken group. It's a strong squad. Tell me who hasn't earned that selection. I'm listening for counter arguments. Stoichkov, I like him. I don't know why people sleep on Stoichkov, and I kind of think he deserves rank 1. Every time I go up against him, when I use him, and whether it's the 89 or the 90, he's legit. That Bulgarian is out there scoring goals, causing issues, disruptive, attacking oriented, can do everything as well. The passing, the dribbling, the responsiveness. He's not undersized. He moves really crispy in a positive way. I don't know if that sounds like an odd description. If he was in Harry Potter, definitely a member of Slytherin. I don't think this trending talk is going in the right direction. Stones. I didn't fall in love. Probably good enough still for the weekend, but Stones this year hasn't been a standout. Soboslai, debatable. Play him as a cam. Good signing from Liverpool. Tamori, yep, I like Tamori, but he's got to be a center back. Who did I just do that with? I think Rudiger, I made that type of move. I'm conflicted. Tamori, I'd probably argue, is better than Rudiger. I might just make a trade. Rudiger, you're going down. Tamori's going up. They're both 88s. And if anything, you'd probably prefer them as a center back. Yaya Toure, my man. It's crazy. In most years, he would be clear-cut, top in any list. But just look at the upgrades we've had. How can I do it? I'm impressed with this Trezeguet item. If you completed the SBC, I think you're joining me in the discussion. Foot Champs, and I used him throughout the last weekend. He moves so well. The dribbling, 88. I never thought I'd talk about Trezeguet and responsiveness or dribbling. And I don't mean that in a negative way, but at being at 6'1", 6'2", and we had multiple years of him being up front, and you just get nothing. But as a center mid, the narrative has shifted. Trippier, not one of my favorites. Victor joins the Pine. Valverde, oof, this is a little more of a discussion piece. He's at least rank 1. Been a definite box-to-box piece of goodness, but I just don't think I can make a case for him. Not in broken. Needs another upgrade. Van den Boomen. Nope, I'm not excited. If you wanted to, you could get him into a debate. That might be the theme of this video. A lot of players are debatable. Varane, even with the upgrades, into the debate. Vieira, oh, it was about time that he got some sort of pusher, and that is a definite pusher. The physicality, the defending, we knew about, but now you've got the upgraded offense, the pace, the dribbling, the skill moves, multiple play style pluses. Forget about it. That man wins. Verts, having quite the year. Just off the GP of what he's doing this year with Bayern Leverkusen, and put him in the debate. He's just not built for FC greatness. Witzel, Xavi Alonso, I have no belief, respectfully. As a manager, indeed. As an icon in the game, no thank you. Xavi, I'm actually going to get him into rank 1. Been playing against him a lot. The connection needs to be good. That's my disclaimer. But his passing, his side to side, the speed, the turning. This version is upgraded and he's noticeably better. Xhaka, shout out to the man. Part of that Leverkusen difference-making side at the moment. I don't think you're going to love him, but still a 90 overall. Zico, and I think positionally, this could be a little confusing. Do you want him as a center mid or a cam? I've played him out wide. I've played him up front. With the double 5-star, my first instinct says he still has to be broken. Then last but not least, we have the legend of the game, Zinedine Zidane. 95 overall, without a doubt, into broken territory. And this leads us with some sort of extra detailed, plenty of back and forth review session. As per usual, we start with the Pine, and typically these guys don't move. I'm not mad though. If you wanted someone that you correlate with, you correspond, you have a relationship, generally speaking, you need them in the debate, that's fine. I'd love to have Scholes higher, personally. He shouldn't be coming off any sort of bench. Is anyone from the debate going down? Is Nakata really able to be competitive now? Probably not, as much as I like him. Petit, no rotationals. There's just too many players, probably not fast enough. Even Desai, which I'm going to leave him in the debate just because he scares me. He's got an intimidating dynamic image. Our foot champs list actually seems a little bit light. On that note, I'm going to pull up Barella, who often finds himself in debates. Today's a different day. Alaba has made enough of a case. I'll give him some options. Let's continue. I think she's going to get herself in for rank 1. She still has enough here to make a difference. Ramos, for a lot of you, might make it. I just don't know if he does for me. We're giving a few slight nudges here. Kessler's going up. Conte's going up. Makalele's going up. I'm just looking at the grouping and the selection. De Jong has sort of gotten caught up to. Some of y'all might argue for Pirlo. I'll hear your case. Trezeguet for our team, our club, has been impressive. 60 matches played, 11 goals, 15 assists. He has to do a lot in this team. We don't give him much support. This relentless playstyle plus has came in clutch. But rank 1? I don't know that the masses would agree. Let's talk about it. The team of the years that we have. And I mean, it's mainly just team of the years and icons. In fact, that's exactly what it is. Only team of the years and icons and broken. I love Kaká. Big fan of Essien. I'd love to turn this into a one-row straight line. If anything, the player that I'm maybe leaning on is Kevin De Bruyne. I don't know that I'm as moved with that upgrade, but he still stands above rank 1. Just by a little bit. It's not a big margin. If anything, we could almost have one additional tier for the players that are just endgame forever. That was a lot of players, a lot of names. Of course, if there's anyone that we missed or someone's miscategorized, use the comment section. I get back to everyone in the comments. We appreciate you here. And as always, I have a lot more content coming out ASAP.